Hey YouTube, this is Kurt here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about music theory and primarily how much you should probably know as a guitarist. And well, I found a good website that actually gives really good, gives you a really good, excellent list of what you can learn in music theory, and it gives you all the basics that you need to know. But I want to address the question of how much should you know. Really, there have been a lot of guitarists in the past that have gotten away without any formal training and been very successful. I think Phil X doesn't have any formal training. He's always trained himself, and he's done it by ear. And that's something that's very good, and that can teach you a lot and give you a lot of benefits as a guitarist. But a little bit of music theory can be helpful. You don't need it, by no means, you don't need it to be successful, but it can help nurture a lot of your creativity. Now, concerning the music theory, you should probably go through the first few lessons of what you would expect to find in the class. You should learn a few notes. Learning to read isn't all that important. I don't know a lot of successful guitarists that read. I can technically read, I don't read fluently. Like, I can't just pick it off and say, oh, this note is this note. It just doesn't work that way for me. But it is helpful to learn about your keys, about your time signatures, get your rhythm down. And a lot of music theory can be intrinsically learned over time, but it's good to explicitly learn it too, if that makes sense. So, one topic I want to cover while I'm talking about that. I took a piano class in college, and it was a 1 credit hour, 1 semester piano class, but I feel like actually getting on the piano and seeing the whole board and all the notes laid out right in front of me in a different fashion, like from the lowest to the highest, in such a different fashion than what you feel or see on the guitar. It was actually really good for my learning, because it helps you be able to more easily see that, for example, like B sharp and C are the exact same notes. You get, between seeing all the white keys and the black keys, you see how chords are essentially structured. And they tend to be structured a lot differently than they are on the guitar. And over time, between having a good understanding of chords and having that plus the ear training, it's going to be able to help you learn essentially any cover you want to do far more easily. You're going to be able to pick up the accents a lot more easily. And that is the primary benefit of combining the ear training with a little bit of music theory. And that said, learning a little bit probably won't take you more than a few days. It will help you a lot with rhythm guitar as well. And the reason being, it'll help you understand the chord and key interaction. And that can be a very complex one, but after a while it should be able to click. So I'd recommend taking lessons for a few days, or self-teaching yourself for a few days. And that can leave you with a mound of benefits. Now, by all means, you don't necessarily have to. There have been a lot of successful guitarists, again, that haven't, but it is my recommendation. What I want is I want a little bit of discussion, if you have any discussion. Also, with music theory, if you understand a little bit about key changes, or even just how to play in any key, of course that is helpful. And that can help also the writing process for any musician as well, if you want to write. So with that said, it's probably good for you. If you have any questions, again, feel free to comment, and hopefully I'll be back soon with another video, and so hopefully provide continued discussion about all things guitar. So if you have I really want any suggestions for topics that you would like to cover, comment those if you will. But for now, I'm going to get out of here, and thank you, YouTube. Thank you for watching. Peace.